The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Hello and welcome. How's everyone doing this morning? So welcome to the stream, and yeah, I haven't done Microsoft Flight Sim for a bit, so let's see. Hopefully I don't get it crashed to desktop. How is everyone this morning? So here we are, sitting at Lisbon in a Air Portugal livery, 501, and we are heading off to the new Orbex Prague. Yep. Okay, so let's do this. Let's jump into the cockpit. First, we will have a look at the little nav map plan. So here we are. This is the little nav map plan we have today. So we're leaving Lisbon, and let me get rid of these ships. There we go. So leaving Lisbon, flying across Spain, France, Germany, into Prague, over there. We have live time, live weather today. So let's jump into the cockpit. and get this aircraft up. There we go. Okay, let's power on. There we go. Let's pull in the plan from Simbrief. There we are. And let's see, do we have power today? Let's have a look at the... Let's get power and the jetway. Let's see if that works. Jetway, yep, and power. There we are. Let's get catering going as well. Catering and baggage. There we go. Busy here today. Okay, so let's get the aircraft powered up. On, power. There we go. On and on. Let me just check the sound. Good. Okay, we're on. Ideas 1, 2, and 3, and nav lights are on. Strobes to auto, and let's just get that a little bit brighter. And there we go. Brighten up these displays a bit. And there we go. All right. Let's get the flight plan pulled in. So, okay, no. Go ATSU. AOC menu. Initialization. Let's request that. There we are. All right. Weight and balance. Start. And let's get our fuel on board. What is our fuel today? Our fuel today is 10,000. So let's pop in our fuel. And start refueling. Okay, we're aligned. Let's go back to AOC. So initialization. Let's pull this in. Cost index is 15. Flight level of 38,000. We'll do that in a bit. Let's go to the flight plan. So departure from runway 03 today. Runway 03. And we are leaving on Ixida. So let's find Ixida for November. There we are. Insert. What is that for? I don't understand. Okay. And let's see here. And our arrival is into runway 12 today. Here we are, and we are coming in on the Lomki. Lomki 6 Papa, and we are okay. Via Somsis. There we are. Okay. Insert. So let's have a look at the flight plan again. Let's get rid of this one. So clear this disco. There we go. Let's go down and have a look. Is there any others? Shouldn't be. Oh, there's one there. So clear. Not allowed. Somsis. So let me clear that manual. Do we need to clear that manual? Let's have a look. Yep, we can. And clear. And why do I have two Somsis? Have a look at the plan. $960 manual Somsis. Okay, that'd be fine. We can sort that out. Okay, let's go to our plan and just check. There's the Somsis. So if I delete one of them, but no, I don't want to delete it right now. That's fine. We will figure that out when we get there. Okay. There we are. Okay, QNH today. 1025. 1025. And we can put our constraints on VORs. There we are. We're going to flight level 38 today. There we are. Okay. Okay, let's get back to that so we can do our initialization. So our weight and balance. And we have 10,000 fuel. And we are good. Okay, our CG today is 24.2. Okay, performance. Trans altitude is 4,000. Yep, 4,000. So let's go and flaps 1. 52. Because I like 52. I don't know why. V1. V rotate and V2. Good, that is all done. Oops, sorry, there we go. 24.2, so let's do that. So there's 25, so that's about 24.2. All right, switch that on, otherwise we will get nonsense. Okay, there we are. All right. That's all done. Parking brake, TCAS standby. All those doors are closed. Let's get rid of the jetway. Fueling is done. Here we are. Okay. Good. Let's get rid of the jetway. There we are. Okay. Hold on. Let me just put my head tracking on. Okay. There we are. Ooh, doesn't like it. Why? Okay. All right. So let's get the old APU on. We can pop fuel on anyway. There we go. APU master. 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And all that on. And we can pop the beacon on as well. All right. There we go. APU's coming on. So we're going to go with tail going right. Or tail going left if I'm sitting in the cockpit. So we're going to taxi to runway 3 like everybody else over here. There we go. APU bleed on. And we can push back. Just get rid of power. There we go. Push back. Start push back.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by. Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. Standing by for pushback.
Okay, here we go.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake. Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Okay.
It will start in the sequence.
Fuel is done. Okay, let's start. Engine 2. Oh, what's with the pink texture over there? That's really weird. I'm going to switch off the multiplayer, I think. Bit of stuttering. I never had stuttering like this before. Here we go. Okay. We can hold here. And stop pushback.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Ground. You may disconnect. Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side.
Okay. Let me just get rid of
Waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
multiplayer. Multiplayer. Get rid of that. Okay. Go back. There we are. Okay. Now I only have live traffic. That's okay. Start. Engine 2. Engine 1. There we go. All right. So we are going to take the second right and then follow it down to runway 3. Okay, let's put on taxi. And runway lights. There we are. Okay, flaps can go to flaps 1. And there we are. Speed brakes are armed. Okay, flaps 1. There's taxi. Parking brake release. Let's go. Okay. So not this right, the next right. Here. So we're gonna have to just pop on our landing lights because we are heading onto a runway. Okay. And we follow a little bit left and we want to go down there. max. Here we go. And right here. Okay, takeoff config is normal. Let's tell the crew.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Okay. We'll use the full length of the runway today. There we go. Lot of stutter today. I don't understand that. I haven't changed anything. Okay, let's line up. There we go. Okay. Let's do one quick look around. Everything's there. Speed brake is armed. Flaps 1. Engine go normal. There we are. And TCAS can come on. There we go. All right. APU bleed. Ah, did I switch that on? So APU bleed off. There we go. Cool down. Okay, here we go. Man flex. There we go. 80 knots. V rotates. There we are. Good. And you gear up. And autopilot can come on after lever climb. Lever climb. There we go. All right. Good. Flaps up. There we are, very good. Going up to 38,000 feet. Let's clean up here. Yep, there we are. QNH, standard pressure. There you go, nice breakthrough. 6,000, 7,000 feet. And fingers crossed, no crash to desktop. Touch wood, fingers crossed, and everything else that you would do to ensure that didn't happen. Although I'm a bit concerned about the crash to death. Sorry, the stuttering. That's a bit strange. My rig is powerful enough. Okay, let's get rid of the spoiler armed. There we go. And we are all okay. Crossing 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off. Here we are. Good. Yeah, a little bit of stuttering. What is this nonsense? Let's get rid of that. There we go. We got 11,000 feet. Let's get the old seatbelt sign sorted out. Oh, and auto, there we go. There we are. Nice and clean, the aircraft now. Good. Hey, Shaggy, hey, how's it? Loving the livery, are we? There we go. It's let's get this drone sorted out. Nice drone view, blurry background. Yeah, I haven't flown for a bit actually. For some reason my Microsoft Flight Sim decides to crash now and then. Which apparently, I mean, to be fair, I've never had it for a while. But well, let's drone camera, drone speed there, okay, and nice and quiet. There we are. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, it was crashing to desktop for some reason, and I had to figure it out. So I've done some, I did the content XML, cleared some DAP files, and rebuilt my cache. So let's see what happens. But anyway, we just left Lisbon, so we just took off. We're only at 19,000 feet right now, and we are flying to the new Orbex, Prague. Our little nav map. Let's have a look at our little nav map. So there's our little nav map. So we just left Prague down there, and we're going to fly through Spain, through France, a bit of Germany, into Prague. And that's the new Orbex scenery. And there's our approach into runway 12. Your displays go black sometimes on approach when using the Airbus. What version are you using? What version of the Airbus are you using? Dev, stable, experimental? There we are, 22,000 feet. I'm on the series. I'm on the bog standard. So you're saying it's not the fly-by, you're not using the fly-by-wire, or are you using the default Asobo? Oh, on the Xbox. Ah, so it's the bog standard. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I to be fair, I haven't flown the bog standard one ever. Actually, yeah, I should remove it, but no. Yeah, it's the Asobo. I have never flown that ever. So, yeah, I don't know why that does that. I've never seen my displays go black ever. I'm flying the fly-by-wire development version. So, yeah, from day one, I never touched it. It's always been fly-by-wire. Here we go, look at those clouds. Yeah, I don't have an Xbox, unfortunately. I do have a PlayStation. But, yeah. No flight sim on PlayStation. Nice passenger view there. $26,000 feet. Yeah, the thing with Xbox and all that is that it's very hard to get some of the third-party add-ons unless they are on the marketplace. I think they fly-by-wire remove their aircraft from the marketplace, if I'm not mistaken. $11710. Let's put in a VOR 11710. 117.10. There we are. And we will get that. And we're about 130. From EGBB. EGBB is Birmingham. To GCLP. GCLP is in Africa somewhere, right? GCLP. GCLP. Just off the coast. Gran Canary. Yeah, Gran Canary. Yeah, that's a nice place to fly. Do you have the scenery for Gran Canary? Well, let's see if my head tracking is a little bit more stable. Switch that on. Head tracking. Okay, it's a lot more stable now. Maybe the airport was killing the frames. Not sure. I just used what's put in front of me. I've even had my screens go. So when you say the screens, are you talking about the displays on the cockpit? Okay. Have you downloaded the G1000 NXI? I think that's available in the marketplace. That is a mod which replaces the standard GPS in a number of aircraft. I think the Beechcraft is included, and that works quite well. Okay. I've never had a display go black on me, yeah? Never had that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that update is free. You're right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it could be an Xbox rendering thing. I don't know. As I say, the Asobo one I can't help you with. Beechcraft I've flown a few times. Never had an issue with it. To be fair though, I fly add-on aircraft, so like the Kodiak, the Twin Otter, all the Pipers, and yeah, this fly-by-wire. Still a little bit of stutter when changing views, eh? The Boeing 777 by Captain Sim. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I fly prepared 3D as well, P3D. So I use the 777 from PMDG, which I prefer that a lot because it's study level. You can see on my channel a number of flights I did with the 777 PMDG. It's a complex aircraft, as are most of the PMDGs. But yeah, I hope PMDG. I mean, I'm waiting eagerly for the 737 from PMDG, whenever that happens. Also waiting for the A380 from Fly-by-Wire. I mean, that's going to be nice. I think with the Xbox, you're somewhat limited in what you can download because a lot of the developers are not coding it or making their product available for Xbox, which is a shame really, because the ecosystem is so large in terms of what's available that you can add or mod and things like that. So we should be approaching cruise. Oh well, not yet. 34,000 feet. And our flight plan, let's get that nice and sorted. Like flyby and tablets, stewardesses' voices and stuff. Yeah, that's right. So for the voices and the cabin ambience, we have a program called self-loading cargo, and another program called Pack X. I use self-loading cargo. I do have Pack X as well, but I use them mainly. I'll use them more in P3D. But yeah, you have all of that stuff, and the tablets as well. Yeah. Yeah, but you have, okay, on the fly-by-wire, we have this fly-by tablet here. So this comes standard in the fly-by-wire product. And the beauty is that we can also link it to our SimBrief account. So we can pull the flight plan we create in SimBrief, and then that also gets pulled into the MacDo. So this is a flight plan from SimBrief. So yeah, that really adds to the or makes it a lot easier. I was going to say adds to the immersion, but in reality, the pilot would actually program all of this by himself. There's no SimBrief in real life to pull your flight plan from. So but yeah, it's nice. Right, so that's the real way to do it. Actually, that is the right way to do it. In all honesty, we're a bit lazy, having the ability to pull in from SimBrief, but the real way is the way you do it. Oh, the sun is really coming in the window here. So where are we on little nav? Here's another tool actually that's very nice to use to plan your flight, is little nav map. Although yeah, it's not available for Xbox. So on PC it's connected to my sim, as you see down here, connected, and then it tracks my flights all along the flight plan. So there's the actual flight plan, and then it will track my flight as I get in there, so that's also good. Yeah, you and me both, my friend, you and me both. I'm fortunate enough that when my wife when my wife needs me to get out of the way, she tells me, go and stream or go and fly, so that's, yeah, lovely wife. She forces me to fly. So we're almost at our cruise. 37,000. Takes ages, the last little bit. But that's okay. So we are about to cross into France. Oh, sorry. Spain. We're still in Portugal airspace. And we will be crossing into Spain. So there's Spain over there. There you go. Ah, brilliant. Yeah, exactly. It is totally. Yeah. You see, we are now empty nesters. Yeah. My last kid just went off to uni. So in October, so we are discovering the whole empty nesting thing, you know. And the hardest part of our day is what's for dinner. So we have decided now we are no longer going to buy anything from the grocery store unless it's milk, bread, and eggs. And we are now customers of Gusto. So we're going to try Gusto for a while. And but yeah, the whole empty nest thing is quite an experience. But it's good, you know, you sort of rediscover your whole relationship from when, 30 years ago. I mean, I've been married to my missus for just about 30 years. And, the early days of when we were courting, and we were newly married, no kids. And, no kids. So we are rediscovering that whole phase in our life, which I enjoy, I'm enjoying that whole rediscovery. Your son is 28 today. Happy birthday. Ah, good. Germany. So he lives in Germany. You from Germany, are you? Old Man Shaggy sounds so British. Oh, he's over there in Germany. You from the UK, are you, old man? I don't know who goes to Germany for a holiday, eh? I mean, yeah, I don't know. You're from Stevenage. Yeah, I'm from North London. Yeah, I don't know who goes to Germany for a holiday. It's, yeah, I don't know. I've only been for work, I used to live in Munich back in the day when working for Siemens a long time ago, but yeah. Okay, so we are in Spain now. And as you can see, we've picked up the next VOR. We're 66 miles away, and that's ZMR right there. So we can put in the next VOR, which is 11530. So let's put that in 11530. So 11530 decimal 3, and we will pick that up when it's in range. You ex-military. I'm ex-Air Force. I was an engineer in the Air Force. Yeah, working on Sepcat Jaguars. I'm an aeronautical engineer by qualification, but left aeronautics many years ago. Now software. I write software for a living. But yeah, did my ex-RAF based at RAF Coltishall back in the day in Norfolk, just by Ipswich. MSEP, bonjour. Ça va? How are you, my friend? I am good. So far, cross fingers are crossed. I'm knocking on wood. I have no crash to desktop yet. Yeah. So I'm flying from Lisbon to the new Orbex Prague airport. I haven't flown in there yet. So, and we're flying the TAP Air Portugal livery. So, yeah. 321X. When are you gonna come up with? Yeah, okay. CRJ's in the warehouse for a bit. Yeah, I bet. Oh, that's cool. So when you're home, we can maybe we do a group flight. I'm up for that. I'm up to fly all this weekend. I have a chilled weekend, and I'm happy to fly. Oh man, Shaggy, you can also join a group flight if you want. I'm happy to do it like this evening or something. Yeah, Ben Gurion is a nice airport. Ben Gurion, Tel Aviv is a nice airport. I was watching News Guys today. He was in P3D. I've been flying P3D as well, but I thought I'd give Microsoft Flight Sim a little love today. But if you're up for a group flight later on today, or tonight, this evening, yeah, just ping me on Discord, mate. Ping me on Discord. And then we can decide on a... or you know what, you decide where you want to fly, because if I don't know what payware airport you have, I've got quite a number of airports, so yeah, I'm up to you suggesting. The flyby, you're going to be fine all weekend unless you train sim. Seriously? Train sim. I tried to get into train sim. I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. What issues are they having on VATSIM? I haven't heard of any issues. I haven't heard of any issues on VATSIM. And on VATSIM now they have the new automated PDC and integrated into the fly-by-wire. So you can go into... I got loads of airports in Europe. Loads. I have gone a little bit stupid with buying payware airport. So here, if we go into there and we go here, AOC menu, there is a depart request, a new menu here where you can call for your PDC, com menu and things like that. And then you have to set it up first. You have to create an account with, where is it? Realism, is it? No. Aircraft config, no. Sim options, Realism, Atsu, here. So your Hoppy user ID. Yeah, I still, hey, Shaggy mate, I have in my attic, at my other house, I have a huge box of Hornby that's been sitting there for over 40 years. 40 years, man. I even have the old Hornby 01. Remember that? I have the Hornby 01. Yeah, I remember as a kid, there used to be the model engineering exhibition at Wembley Stadium or Wembley Conference Centre. So I used to go there every year and then, you know, pick up bits of track and train engines and things like that. V-Pilot issue, yeah, but they keep on updating V-Pilot. I mean, every time I've got that, yeah. Oh, you mean you have your own massive train set as a simulator? Okay, right, now I got it. I thought you meant you had, as a kid, you had like a whole load of Hornby. 00 gauge. Yeah, I have a Hornby 00 gauge. To be fair, I haven't even opened that box. I have no idea. I'd probably have to finally sand all the track again. I even got a box of Meccano. Yeah, I remember. I mean, all that, you know, the old traditional Meccano, the real thing, the one that's covered in lead paint, you know? You should build a train set from the kitchen to your dining room. Yeah, so your wife can load up a train with your food and it will come to your dining table. There was our nice drone view. That's right, you gotta love your old toys. I got a suitcase full of Action Men. Remember those things? Action Men. I mean, a suitcase full of that's gotta be worth something now. I still have my ZX Spectrum connected to to a monitor. My ZX Spectrum. I power that on sometimes. And I fly, there is an old ZX Spectrum flight simulator, which simulates the red arrows. I fly that sometimes when I'm bored, or I fly some old pixelated Spectrum games where you have to load up a cassette to a tape player and then load the program via the cassette. The good old days, mate, before the internet was discovered, eh? I still remember when the internet was invented, the first time I ever saw the internet. I was working for a small company called Motorola. Before Motorola, I was working for another small company called Raycal Vodafone. Alright, MSEP, ping me on Discord, mate. Ping me on Discord and let's try and do a group flight, mate. Alright. See you, man. I'll see you later. Yes, I was working for a small company called Raycal, who owned another small company called Vodafone. Yeah, I'm in telecom. And they won a license in Pakistan. So we went to Pakistan to build the first mobile network there. And I remember that the equivalent of British Telecom, this guy turns up with a computer and rolls it in and then connects it to something. I don't know what, I can't remember. And switched it on, and he said, look, this is called the internet. And so it was like, he switched it on. It was a green screen with a flashing cursor, and he said, this is the internet. And all of us engineers looking at him going, yeah, so what does it do? And he said, you can search for stuff. And I go, search for what? And then he pulled up a search engine called Web Crawler, which was the biggest search engine back in the day, called Web Crawler. And he said, search for something. And he said, what? Search for what? And everything we searched for didn't exist. You know, it was, but that was the first thing of internet. You know, and we still didn't know what to do with it, so we all created the traditional AOL email, and yeah, that was it, you know. And it was yeah, very strange experience. That was got to be back in 1991 maybe. This guy rolled in like a trolley with a computer on it. It was really, really funny. Yeah, back when Web Crawler was the largest search engine, everyone used Alta Vista as well. Gosh, where are they gone? Where's that all gone? That's right. No one knows. I don't know. My thing here is that I think kids today got too many issues, you know, not like us. You know, when your mum said go out and play, you went out and played, right? You left the home, your mum had no idea where you were or how to get hold of you. Yeah, you know, that was it. You know, you never asked anyone, what's your mobile number? No one ever asked you for your phone number. There's a great book, and I gotta recommend it to you, mate. If you haven't read this book, okay, you gotta. You will piss yourself laughing. All right. The book is by a writer called Nigel Slater, who is a chef. He's a very popular chef in the UK, and he's written a book called Toast. And I'm figuring you're about the same age as me, or yeah, around that. And get this book. If you haven't got it, get the book. It's called Toast by Nigel Slater, and it is exactly how I grew up. Everything in that book will remind you of something that you went through as a kid. That's right. Reverse the charge, or you tapped vigorously on the top of the phone, you know, click 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 click, just to dial your number for free, right? But yeah, get this book, Nigel Slater, Toast. It is so funny, so funny. You know, it's got things like the days when we used to see white dog shit on the pavement. You know, where's that all gone? Doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. Remember when you used to eat a Texan bar? Yeah. You'd eat that Texan bar, but it was so tough you had to pull it and all the chocolate fell off, you know? All those things, you know? It's just hilarious. The first time you ever tried Parmesan, you know, when you tell your dad, this cheese smells like vomit, you know? And your dad goes, I know, son, but you got to eat it. Your mum spent ages making this spaghetti. Yeah? Yeah. Your mum would cook spaghetti for 30 minutes, you know? How do you know when it's done? When you throw it against the wall and it sticks. All right. It's a great book. It's a great book. A friend of mine gave it to me, and I remember I was sitting on an Emirates flight, had my headphones on, reading the book, and I was pissing myself, and everyone was just watching me, and I had to tell them, you know, this is the greatest book I've ever read. It talks about, you know, the arrival of Italian food. It talks about the days when, if you were posh and you were serving dinner, dessert would always be an Arctic roll, because that was posh back in the day. No, no, no. You just turn it inside out and start again. Yeah, but it's a great book. I do miss the 70s, the 80s. I think they were great. They were a great period growing up in the UK, man. It was a great time. Yeah, Arctic roll, exactly. Go out and get some Arctic roll from your B Jam. Yeah. You know, you went down to the local B Jam store, which is now Iceland. Yeah, you go to your B Jams and go in there and get a nice Arctic roll. So we are at cruise. We are flying over Spain. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. Nice. There we go. Nice bit of terrain. Weather is okay. Nothing to worry about. We've got about 2 hours to go. 900 nautical miles. But that 2 hours will drop because it's always adjusting itself. So yeah. Yeah, we never actually. Yeah, we're fortunate enough. You know, we were a little bit posh. We never rented a TV. We always bought a TV. I remember when we got our first VCR. That was a Ferguson Video Star with the old big clunky keys, you know, that almost exploded every time you pressed them. Ferguson Video Star. And our TV was a... What was our TV? I can't remember. But I do remember... The last TV I remember growing up was a Sony Triniton. Sony Triniton. With a big massive remote. And my father never realized or never got used to the whole remote thing, you know. We always had to change the channel for him. We could be upstairs in our room and he would be shouting from downstairs, and then we go downstairs and he goes, can you change the channel to ITV or whatever, London Weekend Television or whatever it was. Thames Television, was it? No matter how many times you told him how to use the remote, didn't make a difference. Oh no, we never went Betamax. It was always VHS. We knew some people who had Betamax. Betamax was Sony. Yep, Thames Television, exactly. And the TVs were so heavy, if it fell on you, it'd kill you. You know? I mean, you know, you don't want to be sitting by the TV during an earthquake. If that thing fell on you, it'd kill you. There we are. It is a nice livery. So I downloaded this from flightsim.to. It's a 16K livery. Bit of an overkill, but... Oh, there we go. What's that? That is a live traffic there. EJU. Don't know what that is. Hoover. Yeah. See? We still say Hoover, don't we? We don't say vacuum anymore. Yeah. Hoover became the the sort of generic term for vacuuming. Synonymous with vacuuming. Yeah, I think our Sony Triniton, yeah, that was 28 inch. And that was huge in those days. That was huge. If you had a 28 inch TV at home, wow. With a massive cathode ray tube at the back. You didn't need to turn the heating on, did you? That thing heated the whole room. And in those days, it was like really good to know a TV repairman, wasn't it? TV repairman, that was the job. Driving around in your van fixing TVs for who? Who were the I can't remember the companies that used to rent the TVs. What were they called? I can't remember. Hold on, let me Google that. Old TV rental shops. Old TV rental shops in the UK. Let's have a look. What were they called? So you had, Rumbelows. I remember Rumbelows. I don't remember any of the others. Oh, Granada. Yeah, Granada was one. Yeah, Rumbelows, Granada. I thought Granada was a TV channel as well, wasn't it? Oh, Rare Diffusion. That was another one. I remember them. And Radio Rental. Gosh. And every week you'd end up with TV Times or something. Gosh. I wonder if there's there must be someone who's got all of the TV Times. Has collected all of the TV Times. Gotta be. Ah, Granada was a TV channel from Manchester. Ah, right, okay. Manchester. I never went to Manchester as a kid. It was too far away. It took you forever to get there. My dad used to have a Morris Minor Traveller. So that Morris Minor, like an estate with the wooden paneling. Yeah, it took forever. I mean, the furthest we ever went, I think, was probably Birmingham, and that took forever. Although I think we did go to Leeds once. Yeah, Sheffield maybe. But yeah, that Morris Minor Traveller, it took a long time to get anywhere. What happened to things like the Pool Man or Fizzy Drinks guys? Pool Man? We never had a Pool Man. We were, Del Boy, Yeah, we didn't have a pool. The only pool we had was a puddle in the back garden. Didn't need a pool man to clean that. Fizzy Drinks guys? The Fizzy Drinks guy? You mean guys who did vending machines and stuff? Yeah, I never came across any Fizzy Drinks guys. I do miss... Oh, right. The pools, man. The football pools. Yeah, I remember that. That's where you had to guess where the ball was going to go in the back of the net, right? Yeah, the pools, man. Wow. Blast from the past, eh? All look good. 7,300 kilograms of fuel left. That's good. Flight plan. Let's go there. All right. All looks okay. Good. So just over 800 nautical miles. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. We used to take all those bottles back to the shop. My mum would make me and my brother take those back to the shop to get the money back from the shop. So nice, cruising at 38,000 feet. We have a crosswind of 23 knots, so that's okay. At least we don't have, winds of 150 knots as we've seen in the past. You remember when you used to go to co-op? So back in the day in co-op, same co-op I assume which exists today, every time you bought something, they would give you a whole load of stamps that came out of this machine. Yeah, I remember those. My mum would collect them like anything, and you put them in a book. Yeah, I don't think you see those anymore. Oh yeah, no, I'm not socially recluse. Green Shield stamps. Wow, that is a name from the past. That's right, Green Shield stamp. Yeah. No, no, no. I was never socially recluse. I was a scout. I was in the air cadets. I was very, very social. Um, I did have, I had computers at home. I mean, and the Spectrum and BBC Micro, and I used to play a lot of games. Even the old TV game with the tennis paddle thing, that you go, doot, 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 doot. That kind of game. But I think it was difficult for us to be sort of, spend all our time indoors. You're always out in the street playing football or something. It was very difficult. But today, I mean, there are kids who just don't go out. They don't go out. They don't get exercise. They don't get any sunlight. And they're only friends with people online who they never met. Yeah, very, very strange. I need to socially interact. I need to see people. A nice class cover. That is Spain down there. Is it Spain? Let's have a look. Yep. We're not in France at the moment. So we will cross Spain. We will enter into France at our next waypoint. This is where we are. So there we are. That is the border of France and Spain. And that is the waypoint that takes us into France. Here we go. That's it. Exactly. Same thing, And either I was across the road at my mate's house or on another street, but my mother always knew how to get hold of me. She always knew where I would end up. And the funny thing is, I'm still in touch with all of those guys. We still go out. Even though I lived out of the UK for 30 years because of telecom. I had a lot of international work. But coming back, I came back like 6 years ago. Coming back, I'm still in touch with all of those guys, and we still go out. We've all got families now and responsibilities, but we still make time to everyone get together for a drink, for a meal, and keep that childhood alive, I mean, I got one of my mates who's a driving instructor. He's teaching my kids to drive, and I've known this guy my whole life, and so my boys, out of respect, call him uncle, because he's been part of my life my whole, since I was a toddler. So those are relationships, mate. You can't ignore those relationships. That's it, man. Yeah. We built, my mate across the road, we built a tree house in his garden. Yeah, tie your bike together with string today, it'll get nicked in a minute. The chain ain't any good either these days. So, what is this? This must be... It's called the Parc Natural. So this is part of Spain as well. I don't think we crossed the Alps at any point. I'm not sure. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. That's good. We will be crossing the Alps. Yeah, as a kid as well, I played a lot of cricket. So we spent a lot of time in the park playing cricket. A couple of my mates went on to play for England. I didn't pursue it. I used to play a lot of cricket, but I didn't pursue it. I ended up, going to uni and studying. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? We had so much to do when we were kids. Kids today, I mean, it's extremely hard for them to find anything constructive to do. I mean, unless they have been sort of molded by their parents to go to things like the Scouts, the Cubs, the cadets and things like that. I was molded. My parents made me do all that, and I hope that made me a better man, But kids today, they just don't have. Whilst they do have those opportunities, but they have to be, molded by their parents, and I think that's the missing link, if you like. That's the missing link. I've always tried to impart that on my boys. I mean, I've got 3 boys. I mean, they're old now. They're, my oldest is 25, and my youngest is about to turn 20. But, I've always tried to impart that sort of upbringing. I've always told my boys, don't lie, cheat, or steal. And then we've got no problem. The minute you start that, we've got a problem. Captain Australia is in the house. Hey man, how are you? You alright? Been a while. You haven't troubled me. Hey? I was just talking about cricket. How I liked to play cricket. And you what? Oh, yeah? You've been playing FIFA soccer, have you? Ah. So, Captain Australia, meet Shaggy. He's on the stream. Captain Australia is a flight sim streamer, but he streams Aerofly from his mobile phone, which I think is one of the few people that do. And so check him out when he's online. He's he's a good guy. He's a buddy, and he streams other stuff as well, like cricket, and I've just realised FIFA as well. Shaggy is also based in the UK, and seems to have a similar upbringing to me. Captain Australia's also in the UK, but he's an Aussie. And he's a cricket fanatic. He's like a Wikipedia cricket, he is. So there we are. We are now crossing the border into France. Nice scenery down there. That's the thing with P3D. You don't get this scenery in P3D. It's very difficult. Oh, yeah. Don't get him started. Don't get him started. Every day he would come on my stream. Whenever I'm streaming, he'd be on there giving me the result. And I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Yes, we know. We know, Cap. Oh, by the way, Cap, I went to McDonald's and I got a chicken Big Mac, and it reminded me of you. I thought Mac would like this Big Mac. Worcester, is that where they make Worcestershire sauce? Hey, is that where Worcestershire sauce is from? I love how the Americans struggle to pronounce that. Worcester. I like Worcestershire sauce in my tuna sandwiches. Tuna egg salad sandwiches. Couple of drops of that in there. Oh, incredible. Oh, right, okay. That's got a stink. I mean, that's really got a smell. Yeah, I used to live, where I live in London. It's, I don't know if you know a place called Park Royal. So the Park Royal Industrial Estate. And that's where the old Mars factory used to be. So you could smell chocolate for miles. We still have the McVitie's factory there. So the original McVitie's factory is still in Park Royal. Yeah, just on the outskirts of Park Royal, on the border of Park Royal and Harlesden. And yeah. Letchworth GC. What's GC? Is that Gold Coast? What's Letchworth GC? What's that? Oh, Garden City. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, right. I thought you meant Australia. Hey, Mr. 4Z3K. Yes, I am flying to Prague. The new Orbeck scenery from Prague. for Prague, sorry. Yep, so I left Lisbon and I'm on my way to Prague. We've just crossed into France. We left Spain. Spain is behind us. And so Spain is there. That's actually Spain there. We just crossed into France. And on our way to Prague. We will cross over to, we'll cross into Germany and then into Prague. Oh, brilliant. So I'm heading to your hometown. Perfect. Yeah, I haven't actually even flown into this airport. I just got the airport and I thought I don't want to see it until I want to fly into it. I don't want to just see it. I want to fly into it and check it out. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So we're flying the A320X fly-by-wire in the Air Portugal livery today. And yeah, live weather, live time. So we should be there in about an hour, 30 minutes. What's the weather like in Prague right now? Is it cloudy? Is it raining? Is it snowing? And then we can see, I will check when I land in Prague if live weather is depicting exactly the same weather. Yes, Captain Australia, I know Bummengrad so well. That was the hospital that I used to go to when I was living in Thailand. Bummengrad, or actually now, isn't it known as the Arab hospital, because it's owned by Dubai now, apparently. I remember, I mean, I would walk into Bummengrad Hospital and a Thai woman in the Muslim headscarf. I would walk in, I would go Salaam Alaikum, and she would think I was Arab, and I'm not. She would think I was Arab, and I would jump to the front of the queue purely because she thought I was Arab. Yeah, and then I would get right through the process and I say, I'm not Arab, so don't speak Arabic to me. You know, but I got to the front of the queue by then and it was too late. But yeah, it's owned by the Arabs now, or Dubai has a big investment in it because a lot of Emiratis, they go to Bummengrad for medical tourism. Yeah. So that was Bummengrad, and then the other hospital that was near my house was Taina Karin, which is opposite Mega Bangna on on Bangna Trat Highway. So yeah, so that was close. So every time I had to take my kids for stitches, I would take them to Taina Karin Hospital. But Bummengrad was your sort of the hospital I had my medical coverage with at the company. So yeah. And of course, you know, while you're waiting or when you leave Bummengrad Hospital, you got all the food available outside the hospital, all that street food. So that was always good. I always enjoyed getting a nice khao pad thai, or you know, something like that, and chicken fried rice. You know, there was nothing like it. 20 baht, nice chicken fried rice. Couldn't beat it. And of course, you had all of Soy Nana right opposite it, right? So, all well across the road, sort of. So, lot of street food. And opposite, yeah, if you notice, I don't know if you remember, Cap, but opposite Bummengrad Hospital, right opposite, that entire area is the Arabic quarter of Bangkok. So inside there is the entire Arabic quarter. So all the Arabic restaurants and everything was opposite Bumrungrad Hospital. So that's why a lot of people were using Bumrungrad. A lot of the Arabs were using Bumrungrad. Nana. Yeah, I used to live near the Mega Bang Na shopping center, where the new IKEA was. I don't know if the IKEA was there when you were there. But yeah, I used to live outside of Bangkok. I didn't like living inside Bangkok, so we had a huge house outside of Bangkok in the suburbs. Only problem with that is snakes. Loads and loads of snakes. We had snakes. We had monitor lizards. I mean, the monitor lizard was about 2 meters long. It was huge. We used to have a klong, like a little sort of canal or a river. You used to live near your nana. Yeah, okay. Brilliant. Yeah, Prague is. I've heard it's an amazing city. Unfortunately, I've never had the chance. I've been to most places in the world, because of the work I do, but I never had any business in Prague. Yeah, never got round to Prague. I've had a lot of family members who have been to Prague, and they also say the same thing. Is Prague cheap or? Soy 11. Yeah, Soy 11. I know Soy 11. Soy 11 is a very famous food street in Bangkok. Amazing restaurants in Soy 11. And some really good nightclubs. 2013, 2015. So I was there. I was also in Bangkok because I left Bangkok in 2016. We moved back to the UK. So 2016 I left Bangkok. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Prague looks like in MSFS. I mean, I've got the photo scenery and everything is enabled, so let's see what it pulls. Let's see what it pulls, and yeah, the airport should be nice. What school did you go to, Captain Australia, in Bangkok? My boys went to Bangkok Patana. I think you told me. Yeah, NIST. Yeah, okay. Yeah. My boys were at Bangkok Patana. Yeah, so Shaggy, just in case you don't know, so I left the UK in like 1991 or something like that, 92, and ended up in Asia, so Pakistan, Dubai, and Thailand, and then I've lived in Jordan, France, so yeah. So I've seen a lot of the world. I was a telecom consultant, so I had to travel a lot of places all over the world. You know, the Americas, Europe, Africa, and all these places. Prague is quite expensive. There are tourist traps on every corner, and it spoils the reputation of the city. I recommend the channel on YouTube. Yeah, Honest Guide. I know Honest Guide. Yeah, sure. But you know what? It's the same in every big city, right? I mean, there are tourist traps everywhere. You know, you just got to be sharp, you know. You just got to be sharp, and I mean, shit. I mean, I live in in London. You know, it's London's a massive tourist trap. Okay, and I'm not even a tourist. I walk into a shop in the centre of London, and I want to buy something, and then they charge me some stupid money, and I go, "Are you bloody mad?" Yeah, I'm not a tourist. I'm like 5 miles away. And like a Mars bar is £2. I mean, are they mad? And when you can get a Mars bar for 50p at your local corner shop. Yes, I know Terminal 21. Yes, very well. Yeah. Terminal 21, great steakhouse on the basement called Gaucho's. Yeah. We used to go there a lot for some steak, nice Argentinian steaks. I mean, the trick to any city is, to make local friends. I mean, a lot of cities I've ended up going to, I've ended up making some really good local friends. And when I sort of go back, I end up, you know, being invited to their house for real local food. And I think the local food that you get at home is so much different. It's a lot different to what you would get at a restaurant or on the street. And yeah, I've always been good that way, and being able to make good local friends, and staying in touch with them, because you never know when you'll need them. You know. Yeah. I mean, these videos like Honest Guide, and all of that. I mean, it sort of makes you aware. But I mean, to be fair, I've been to some of the worst places on the planet. I mean, I've been to Honduras and multiple times. I've done Central America a number of times, and a lot of people tell me, don't go out at night, blah blah blah. I was walking around the capital of Honduras at night, and I didn't feel anything like that. And then I was told later on that Honduras, the capital city in Honduras, is like the murder capital of the world. I had no idea. But no, I mean, no, everyone I came across were really nice, and I didn't feel any of that sort of animosity or anything. I've done El Salvador and Guatemala and Costa Rica and all of these places, Venezuela. Never had any issue at all. Never had any issue at all. I mean, Brazil, I mean, I've been to Rio de Janeiro, been walking through the favelas, and never felt that I was in danger at all. I mean, when I was working in Pakistan, in Karachi, I was in the middle of a gun battle. I was sitting on my car bonnet eating ice cream, and I was hearing gunfire. Okay, this was during an election, and all we did was sort of just sort of sit down by the tire of our car eating ice cream. Apparently, it was quite normal in those days. I was with some local people, and they just said, sit down by the tire and you'll be okay. That's what we did. Eating, I had a chocolate and vanilla ice cream, I remember. Yes, I was young then, had no responsibilities. But I mean, whilst working in Pakistan, I mean, you know, we did have armed guards. There were guns in the glove compartment just in case. I did go to shooting range, so I became comfortable with the guns. But yeah, never had to use it. No issues at all. Over there, you know, it's just, you know, a lot of political nonsense that goes on there. Yeah, stayed there for about 6-7 years, and then moved on. I mean, I went to Iraq during the war. They had just launched the mobile network, so we had just launched the mobile network in Iraq during just off when the Americans came in, I think, and yeah, just in the Americans came in, and we launched a mobile network, but they didn't have any mobile handsets. So the company I was working for at the time, a company called Nokia, decided to supply a bunch of Nokia handsets into that country. But the only way you could get it in was if you packed them all in a suitcase and take them over there with you. So me and 3 other guys, there were 2 suitcases each of handsets, flew to Iraq. Yeah, we flew to Iraq, got paid in cash, put the cash in our suitcases, and came back to Dubai. Yeah, I mean, and that was harrowing. Okay, but what an experience! What an experience! And yeah, those are the days, man. I mean, that was like, yeah, I loved it. I loved it. And you know what? The people were just amazing. Amazing. You know, again, I felt I was never in danger. Beautiful people, and just great hospitality. When they realized you're not from there, everyone was opening their house to you. It was great. And that's true. That is the real Arabic hospitality, not what we see. You know, there are bad apples everywhere, and those guys are assholes. But true Arabic hospitality, it's unreal. Not just Arabic. I mean, the whole of Asia is the same. Vanilla chocolate, mate, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. And it's one of those ones that swirl around in the cone. Yeah. Oh, can't beat it. With a flake. Yeah, a nice flake in the chocolate. Nice. Can't beat it. So we've passed the halfway mark. Let's have a look. What does it look like? So we've got a whole load of waypoints coming up. And actually that there should be our last waypoint before we start our approach. So yeah, which I will have to fix because I do have a strange thing in my flight plan here, if you can see. So I've got 2 Somises, so I will probably do a direct to Somis, and then it will fix itself. So we are going to cross the Alps, I think. We should be crossing the Alps. Let's put on my head tracking. There we go, head tracking on. Still got a lot of sun coming in the cockpit. Let's have a coffee. Oh, there we go. There we go. That was a quick swig. Yeah, so there's the error that we will see when we get closer to the flight plan. Yeah, so I don't use the Velocity 1. I think Velocity 1 is most people on the Xbox use the Velocity 1. I'm using the Thrustmaster flight pack, which is the throttle, the rudder pedals, and the joystick. So that's what I use. Yeah, but I hear good things about the Velocity 1. Where did the speed brake come on? Why? Ah, okay. So yeah, I hear good things about the Velocity 1. But yeah, no, I use the Thrustmaster stuff. So it's you can see it on Google. It's the Thrustmaster flight pack. So 4Z, do you fly any sim? Are you flying Microsoft Flight Sim or not yet? Yeah, I mean, you know what? The Flight Sim on the PC gives you so much more in terms of add-ons and things like that, obviously. But the Boeing setup with the honeycomb, I mean, the honeycomb is quite expensive. And yeah, I mean, you know, flying the Airbus with a honeycomb, yeah, you can do that. But if you have the budget, then the honeycomb is great. The Boeing setup by Thrustmaster, is it by Thrustmaster? Yeah, I think Boeing is the new Boeing setup is from Thrustmaster as well. They do a an Airbus TCA side stick as well for the Airbus. Thrustmaster do some really nice pendulum rudder pedals as well, which are really expensive, but the build quality is incredible. And then I have head tracking as well, but the head tracker is my own DIY build. So I have a 3D printer as well. So I used the 3D printer to build my head tracker, and then bought the components online and just built it myself. And it cost me about £3 rather than 150 quid, which is the normal price of a head tracker. Yeah, a few components off eBay, my awesome soldering skills, and yeah, it all works. I've got a few. I've got a couple spare that I made. You know, once I started making them, I just started knocking them out for some reason. So I've got a couple spare, but you need to get a PlayStation Eye camera, which you can pick up of CEX. So the PlayStation Eye camera is the one that I've used, which I've modified, and it runs on my PC and everything, no problem. And then what I do is that I use this software called OpenTrack. Yeah, so there I'm moving my head around, and that's OpenTrack. So that's using the PlayStation Eye camera. I've created some mappings. I've created some mappings as well. So, you know, so there is the mapping. So that's your, there's pitch, and there's roll, which I've disabled, so I don't use roll. And it works fine. What else do you need? For £3 it works. I'm okay with it. Okay. So what are we looking at here? So if we go to the flight plan here, so this is a bit of a problem here. What's going on here? Bodan, Marino, so I think I'm going to do a direct to at some point here. Don't know what's going on there. Yep, no worries, mate. New router's always good fun. Yeah, so that one looks really strange. Let's have a look. So after go back up here. So Romon. What's ending in NO? The Telno. And then we're supposed to go to Romga. So Romga seems to be, we'll have a look when it gets closer and we can sort that out. (11475), let's pop in 11475 in the other VOR. 114.4.75. Here we are, and we've picked that up. So there we are there, and there's men. Men is behind us, so we can go to pass. So pass 11660. 116. No, not by mine. No. I don't do routers. 11660. So 11660. Let's put that in. Pass. So you can either put the frequency in, or you can put the name of the VOR and pop that in there. Pass 11660, and we should be seeing that come up very soon. It has a range of 80 nautical miles, so there's pass we can see there. Let's drop this down a little bit. So there's pass. We're heading to LSC. LSC is 39 nautical miles away. So there's the Alps. We can see the Alps. And we've got a plane. That's live traffic there. TAR 719. I've switched off multiplayer and left live traffic on. And we should see that TCAS maybe. No. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to be back. I just need to leave the cockpit for 5 minutes. I shall return. Stay tuned. I'll be back. There we go, I'm back. What happens when you keep hydrating, eh? Okay, so we've got about 450 nautical miles to go. An hour. And there's the Alps. Look at them. Very nice. So let's see if we can have a look at a better look at that error in the flight plan. So yeah, that's very strange. We will sort it out when we're a bit closer. Look at that. That's such a nice view. So 400 miles to go. Let's have a look what our approach what our approach altitude has to be. Let's have a look. Procedures. SOMIS. So 4,000 is our approach altitude. So when we start our descent, we want to get down to 4,000 feet at approach. Up a descent in about 300 nautical miles. There's the Alps. Look at that. Looking gorgeous. Oh, let's have a look at that. There's our drone view. No, don't. Oh, little bit of stutter there. I always get worried when it gets a little bit of stutter. What airport are we crossing over here? Which airport is that? Let's have a look. Well, I think that's Geneva. That's Geneva. Down below us. Yep, there's Geneva. We are in Switzerland right now. Okay, we can see that slightly better now. Let's see. Yep, so that's Geneva, the waypoint. This is very strange. So we'll do a direct to Bodan. After when we're on this segment here, we will go direct to Bodan. Avoid all of that. But this should populate the ILS frequency about 250 nautical miles from the airport. So we will check on that. Current QNH at Prague is 1033. We got a temperature of about 2 degrees on the ground. Very dry. And winds are at 70 at 4 knots. So after Telno, we will do a direct to Bodan. This is because this Bodan. I see why. But after Telno, it should be D. Let's just fix that. D-E-G-S. D off Telno. Deeg. So let's put that in there. Deeg. Roma and Bodan. And then we can clear this one. And then we should be going to we can clear this. And after Bodan should be KPT. After Bodan, KPT. Okay, let's have a look at that. So there we go, fixed. Awesome, done. I don't know why I picked that up from SimBrief like that. Very strange. APT at max. Max Mercy. Ampeg. Ma. Mamor. Yep, all looks good now. Awesome. No longer required to do a direct to. Awesome. That's how it should be. Did you all hear that Ini Builds is making a Heathrow, London Heathrow for Microsoft Flight Sim? Can't wait for that. That's actually my home airport, but I hardly fly out of it because the Asobo version is just so depressing. There's the Alps. Look at them. Oh, that's a nice view. There we are, on to Deegs. And that's all fixed now. So Deegs, Romo, Bodan, KPT, that's all good. So that's fixed. Next one we have to look at is our approach. That's a bit strange in the flight plan after Lomki, which is there. Hey Shaggy. So which router for which ISP is it? Is that TalkTalk? No, we will be landing. So my top of descent is about 25 minutes. We are flying over Switzerland right now. So there we go. There's the Alps. So we're Switzerland at the moment. And then we're going to be heading into Germany. Yeah, into Germany after Switzerland and then on into Prague. So we had a little bit of error in the flight plan, but I fixed that, where we had issues with these three. They were for some reason in the wrong order. PlusNet, that'll do. So that was in the wrong order, so I fixed that manually in the flight plan here. And the next one we will probably have a little bit of a problem with is just before our approach. Yes, I do have a joystick. I have the Thrustmaster T16000M, which is really, really nice and reasonably priced. So I have the Thrustmaster joystick, the Thrustmaster throttle, and the Thrustmaster pedals. The current QNH 1033, 2 degrees in Prague, and very, very dry humidity. -2 degrees, the dew point. And the winds are light at 4 knots. Solar Phonics now. Solar Phonics. AKA Solar Hawk. How you doing, my friend? Are you okay? Hey, I did like the setup of your whole music studio. That was really nice. A lot of equipment there. The Solar Phonics is also a streamer on Microsoft Flight Sim, although he does have a little bit of problems with his Flight Sim at the moment, but he will be back, I'm sure. So we left Lisbon about an hour and a half ago. Or maybe 2 hours ago. Left Lisbon and I'm heading to the new Prague airport from Orbex. I haven't flown into it. I haven't seen what it looks like. So this is going to be a surprise for me, as it is all for you guys. So I've never flown into this airport before. But so far, so good. We are leaving Switzerland very soon. We are in Switzerland. There's the Alps. And then we'll be heading into Germany. And then into Prague. And we're flying the Air Portugal livery today. This is apart from the flight number, this is actually a real Air Portugal flight. All my flight numbers are always 321. Don't ask me why. And it's got nothing to do with Dusty the bin. Or whatever that guy used to do with his fingers. 321. Yeah. Not been into Prague either. In real life or on the sim? That's it, yeah. Ted Rogers. Yeah, I couldn't remember what his name was. But Ted Rogers and Dusty Bin. Yeah, Solarphonics is one of those. He's also from sort of the same age range as us. And yeah, he always reminds me of a lot of stuff from the past. And he does some of the voices very, very well. Old? Just a number, mate. Just a number. So, all that, yep, that's fixed. So if you remember earlier, I was pointing that out, that it sort of came back on ourselves, which was really weird. That's it, it's distinguished. That's it, that's the word I was looking for, distinguished. So now that's fixed. So our next one is going to be that there. Oh, hold on, let's have a look. That doesn't even look right, actually. Let's see something here. So Lomkey, so after that, we've got 2 summers. That's right. Okay, that's good. Yep. Okay. That'll work. That'll work. Proper descent in about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to drop down to 4,000, which is our approach height. Extinguished, eh? All I can say is we've been there, we've done it, we've bought the t-shirt, mate. So at New Year's, around New Year's, so me and the missus, we went to see the Book of Mormon in the West End, and I don't know if anyone has seen the Book of Mormon here. It's a stage play done by the creators of South Park. I highly recommend it if you want a great night out and a laugh. The Book of Mormon in the West End. What a great show. It was so funny. If you're extremely religious, then it's not the show for you. But yeah, it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. And it was on New Year's Day we went, and it was a packed house. I was quite surprised. A packed house. You needed your COVID passport, but what a show. Worth every penny. It was great. So I highly recommend the Book of Mormon. But if you're religious, yeah, I don't recommend it. The South Park guys are very good. Seth MacFarlane, I think his name is. Yeah, it's a great night out. And then once the show's finished, get out of the West End and pay reasonable prices for a decent meal. Okay? Yeah, I saw your studio, Solarphonics. It's a really nice studio. I like it. A lot of equipment. I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. Yep, ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving, as we all are. No, but there was music. I could hear the music. I couldn't hear you, but I heard the music. So what's that lake then? Let's have a look. That was Lake Bordensi. Never heard of it. Means nothing to me. The only lake I know is Windermere. No, the music was there. I could hear the music. I couldn't hear you. I don't know if you were talking or not. I don't know, but the music I heard. So for those who don't know, Solarphonics also writes and composes music. And yeah, he does that as well. Okay, so let me have a look at that approach and see if we can see that now. No. We'll see that a little later on, I think. Probably at this rate going back to Hawk in 2 months. Everyone knows you as Solar Hawk, mate. Cacao. Yeah? It's all Solar Hawk. Yeah. Solarphonic, you know, keep that as your music thing, but Solar Hawk is what everyone knows you by. So we're off to Kempton. So that's Kempton Waypoint. Very, very popular Kempton is. If you fly Europe a lot, you always come across Kempton Waypoint. Seems to be a center that is quite used, or a waypoint, a VOR that is quite well used. And then the other one we're going to is Ma, which is Ma. So let's do that. Let's pop that in. So radio nav Ma, Mike Alpha Hotel. Pop that in there, and that's the one we want. Here we go. There we are. So Ma. I also stream P3D. So I do P3D, and occasionally I will stream World of Tanks. Although I haven't streamed World of Tanks for a while. But World of Tanks, World of Warships, yeah, I do enjoy playing that. I don't know if World of Tanks is on Xbox, I'm not sure. I would think they would be. The top of descent in 15 minutes. Yeah, World of Tanks is nice. I've been playing World of Tanks since it was beta. A long time ago. I think it was beta in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. There's a Tomjet. You've not played World of Tanks? Yeah, I mean it's completely changed. It's a much bigger game than it was a few years ago. A lot more detail, a lot more immersion. Yeah, it's a different game now. Okay, so we're about to cross into Germany now. So that is Germany in front of us. Yeah, I don't know so much about the tanks. I just know where the fire button is. That's all I usually need. Yeah, World of Warships is not bad either. I did try World of Warplanes, but that was just... Oh, that just drove me nuts. I hated it. I did try Days... was it? Days of Thunder? No. World of Thunder or War Thunder? Something like that. But I got bored with that very quickly. I tried DCS. DCS is nice. How to hide, exactly. I'm a great... I'm very camp. I like to camp. Yeah, War Thunder. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite tank is my Stug. And the Stug is, of course, it's a tank destroyer. It's a sniper. So I like my Stug. There you go. There's something flying to Frankfurt. The top of descent in 10 minutes. That's it. War Thunder. Yeah, War Thunder. So we will start our descent just after, in between Ma and the next waypoint. So next waypoint, we'll start our descent around here, just before Mamor. The Stug is a hider, but it's not a weak tank if you line it up right, because of all the angles on it. The shells typically bounce off it, so they ricochet off the tank. So you just don't want to be side on, you know, or expose the rear. If you keep the front correctly positioned, oh, it can take a lot of beating. Exactly. Sideways, forget it. You're asking for trouble. And on my Stug, it's premium, and it's all my my crew is fully trained. So yeah, I spent a lot of time on the Stug. And you just got to keep moving, hide, move, hide. So they know, you know, no one knows where you are. Here we go. We're on our way to Mamor. That's 12 nautical miles. And it'll be interesting to see if they've the Prague city, how that looks. So that's where we are. We're not far now. There's Prague up there. And we start our star at Lomki. And yeah, so we'll start our descent around here. And drop down to 4,000 feet. Our ILS should be populated now. There we are. ILS there of runway 12. exactly. If you do, yeah, people, they just take their stugs and park it out right in the middle of open ground. You're asking for trouble. There we go, ILS. Let me just check the ILS. Correct, should be. Yep, that's correct. Good, good. $45 nautical miles. Yep, good. Oh, after this stream, I'll join you. Okay, we're going to enter our destination data. So, the QNH is 1032. Actually, we'll just get it from here. So 1033. Actually, no, we can get it from somewhere else. Let's do this. Let's do it the proper way. MacDo, Atsu, AOC menu, weather requests, and Prague. Sorry. Send. We should get company message come up here. Company message. Go back. Received messages. Meta and LKPR. So we've got the winds are so 1032, winds are 150 at 5. Okay. And it is 4 degrees. So 4 degrees, 150 at 5. Transition is 5,000. And we have no decision height. Here we go. All right. And we can set up our this altitude to 4,000. And we will start our descent very quickly. In 3 minutes. Ah, you have it on a PS5. Okay. Yeah, I have it on PC. But I thought if I put you as a friend, or I have your username and I search for you, surely I'd be able to, you can create a platoon. As long as you are like a username or a contact within my World of Tanks. Okay. We'll start our descent. There we go. We are throttling back to idle. And we have started our descent. There we go. Into Prague. Let's just check what that's going to look like. There we go. There we go. 35,000, 36,000 feet. We want to be at 4,000 feet by Charlie India 12, which is on our approach to the runway. That's okay, looking okay, looking okay. Nice clear weather. And fingers crossed, knock on wood, we don't get a crash the desktop just before I hit the deck. Because that'll piss me off. Is our viewer from Prague in the list? Is he there? Yeah, I can see him. He's there. We are descending, sir, into your hometown. So we have no constraints at all until we start the actual approach. remains at 4,000 feet, so that's okay. So we should be at 4,000 feet by Somis, sorry. We're at 25,000. What is our rate of descent? I'll slow that up in a bit. Our approach mode. So our approach mode will switch on right there before the final turn to the runway. I've already set the approach mode, so that's all okay. I'm going to slow that down a bit. $1,800. $1,600. There we go. I wonder, is the airport in the city or is it outside the city? Looks like it's on the outskirts of the city. I don't think it's in the main city of Prague. Looks like it's on the outskirts. Just passing 20,000 feet. We can arm the spoiler. And we will do speed brake max. Yep. A medium. We can increase this a little bit. 18. A route for your flight today. I want night flight, day flight. What sort of length of time? Do Narita to the Philippines. That's a good one. Or Kuala Lumpur to Singapore is also good. Or if you want some in daylight, I mean, you can also change the time in the sim. South Island, New Zealand to Auckland is a good one. The US, maybe along the East Coast, Boston to JFK or something like that. or fly a Cessna from Land's End to John O'Groats. There is a site. I don't know if you've seen a site on the PC. This one here has some great flight plans if you wanted to do something pre-planned. They have some great flight plans on there. Good scenic routes. They're at 15,000 feet. $14,000 feet. Ah, Fabian, hey, how are you? How you doing? Yep, Prague. I went and spent money today. So far, so good. No crash to desktop. Touch wood. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. We left Lisbon in Portugal, going to Prague, flying the Air Portugal livery. Here we are. Approaching 11,000 feet. Let's slow that down a bit. Right, I want to have a look at that flight plan to Somis. Okay, we should be all right. Our approach mode kicks in there. What's the CTL event? What the hell is that? Oh, the cross the something, the VATSIM thing. Yeah, that was on today, right? Cross the land event. I only see London Controller. He's the only guy who seems to be streaming me. Oh, it's a few more. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot it was happening. So VATSIM, which is an online flying network, they have the Cross the Land event today, which is, if you go on to VATSPY or something, it's going to be completely chock-a-block on VATSIM today. Sometimes they do CTP, which is cross the pond. So that's from like Europe to the US. But cross the land is, I don't know where it is from where to where. Maybe New Sky, maybe Fabian, you know? I don't know from where to where. Okay, 8,000 feet. Oops, I had to put on my landing light. There we go. And seatbelts are on and on. We can start the APU. Middle East to Europe. Okay. And there we go. $7,000 feet. Are you not flying the event? Did you have to apply to get a slot, right, or something? $6,900. Well, what happened here? So, chatbot. Here we go. Oh, you didn't get a good slot. So that's what I was talking about. So this thing here looked really strange to me. But we'll fly it. Let's see what happens. This thing here. Nearly approaching transition altitude at 5,000 feet. Yeah, look, that looked really weird. But I think we'll be okay. Kuwait, yeah, horrible. Yeah, you want to get like Dubai, you know, into Heathrow. Okay, transition 1032. There we are. Transition 1032. And let's have a look below. Look at that. Nice sceneries. APU is available. That's good for our ground power. Everything here is okay. Speed brakes are armed.
$2,500.
Thank you. And we're at 4,000 feet. And this is Prague. Or Czech Republic. Don't think we're in Prague yet. Maybe not. Don't know. Never been there. Yes, Fabian, I've never been to Prague. I've been to most places, but I haven't been to Prague. Okay, let's have a look. Where is it going? Yeah, we're okay. Actually, I'll switch on approach mode earlier. Right now. Activate approach mode. There we go. All right. Here we go. Flaps 1. Tell the crew, sit down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Okay, flaps 2. Localizer can come on. Flaps 3. Drop the gear. Here we go. Flaps full. Okay, localizer captured. There we go. Landing system. There we go. Approach. The localizer is captured. Now we'll wait for that one to drop down. We're 11 nautical miles out. Okay, it's starting to drop. No runway in sight yet. Oh yeah, there's the runway in sight. Where am I coming off? Okay, I've been here before. Everything is to the left. Okay, everything is to the left. There we go. There's a power plant. Don't know if that's in Prague. Almost going to capture the glide slope. And we have captured the glide slope.
$2,500.
Looking good so far. Nice scenery. Runway in sight. Everything upstairs is okay. We had someone from Prague on the stream earlier who is, yeah, I don't know if he can, don't know if this is, the scenery looks okay. Looks nice. Don't know where the main city is though. Yep, our planet is beautiful, mate. It is beautiful. And this is where, you know, I fly P3D, but I do miss the eye candy of Microsoft Flight Sim. Okay, here we go.
$500. 400. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Retard.
There we are. It's an uphill runway. Look at that. I don't even need thrust reverse. I didn't even need thrust reverse. It's an uphill runway. Look at that. Come on. Here we go. Uphill runway. I didn't even need any thrust reverse or anything. And there's the airport. I'm coming off of here. There we go. Using the tiller. Flaps up. Auto brake is sorted. We can disarm the spoilers. APU can come on. and we can clean up the top as well. The taxi. And there we go. Landing lights off. All that is there. Okay. So I'm going to take a left here. Ooh, a little bit of acceleration there. Not there. Okay, next right turn. Should take us onto the apron. I will mark at gate 23. There we go, 23, right ahead of us. So I've landed at Prague Airport. This is Prague Airport. And yeah, let's go to this one. Whoa. 24. Gate 24. Only you would know what Prague looked like, I think. So let's slow this down. I should have gone there, but I'm not. I'm going to go here. And there we are, a little bit more. And there we go. Okay, parking brake on. APU is on. Engines can come off. There we go, and let's just see, do we have any pushback or anything here? Let's see, aircraft. And let's get power. There's the power. Catering. Baggage. Jetway. Okay, while it's doing that, let's check out what Prague looks like. First time I'm seeing this. That's the airport, not bad. And I guess that's Prague over there. Let's see, what is that? let's take it. No, let's take the drone over Prague for our guest on the chat. Okay, ready? Here we go. This is Prague. Does anything look familiar? Does that look familiar? This is Prague. There's some sort of stadium or something down there. Some apartment buildings. Let's carry on. Is that a landmark over there? I don't know. Because I've never been. I did see some sort of spire. What is that over there? Does that look normal? A lot of them are apartment blocks, eh? Does that look familiar? I don't know. But that is Prague. I guess that looks like a city there. What's that? Is that Prague FC? Yeah, this is all Prague. You are not in the centrum, in the center. Where's the center? Tell me. Is that the center down there? Could be, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be a sore point that sticks out in Prague. So you got to recognize that. There's some bridge. All right, let's head back to the airport and get the shutdown. Oh, we do a little. Lavia is better. Okay. Here's the airport. So let's have a look around the airport. So some hangars, office buildings, terminal building, hangar buildings there. Main terminal. I think the airport is nice. I think the airport looks nice. There we go. So there you go. Flyby tour of Prague City. And we are all, external power is on, APU can come off. There we go. And Jetway is up. There we go. And everything is isn't it? Oh. There we are. I thought it's made by Orbex. I thought they would have that. But anyway. Anywho, that is it. Welcome to Prague. And yeah, the end of the stream, unfortunately. Might be coming back on in the evening with MSEP. And Old Man Shaggy, you're also able to join, and Mr. 4Z3K if you fly sim. We might do a group flight tonight in the Airbus. All right. Thank you all. Thank you for joining, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you, Old Man Shaggy, New Skies, Solar Phonics, Solar Hawk. Okay, that's it. Mr. 4Z3K and MSEP and Captain Australia. Thank you all for jumping into the stream. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, mate. All right. Bye-bye.